Hello everyone and welcome to the race review for test round 2 of the RACE Porsche Cup. This is something that I have been thinking of including in all future videos using the grid walk that is a part of GTR2 really. And we'll simply use that as a way of introducing the race and perhaps the individual competitors when we get there. For now this is just, well, do you guys like it or do you not? Yeah, well, there's not really that much to say about it right now. It is, well, it is, as I've said, a thing I've been thinking about including, and now I thought I'd give you guys the try to, well, the chance to comment on would you like to see this or not. Now, let's get to it here. We're only moments away from the start. We have Crashbroke 23 in pole position, Ninners in second place, as you have just seen on the grid walk. We are but moments away from the start. We're just waiting for the lights to go green, and it happens now. Quite an uneventful start, actually, and what can explain. Crashbroke 23 leads away nicely. Samurai 8 Juice here in the midfield is, at first he stands to lose a position, but then he actually ends up in overtaking. We have a bit of overtaking going on here. He actually ends up in overtaking Rally instead, so that's what you can call well, a very good fortune actually. This is the usual back marker slash midfield stuff going on. There's quite a few overtakes in the first few corners here, and well, I could fill out a 10-minute video just by this. There's just so much going on in these first few corners that it takes up quite a lot of time. HHG 1000 here has lost a position since the start. Not the dream start he had perhaps hoped for. He's now down in 18th place. Crashbroke 23, however, can't really complain. He's leading the pack, and this is race car and the 53 that would be tired iron. That overtake there would be pretty much commonplace in the rest of the race. That is one of the golden overtaking spots in here, race car showing off the other. You can get it done there. He doesn't. For this main reason, this corner is, well, it's pretty much the previous corner, but in reverse. So whatever you, yeah, well, this is a pretty good chance to counter. Tired iron going up on the inside of the Cybertron. But again, here, the next corner is a counter opportunity. And the Cybertron makes the best possible use of it. And now the tables have turned yet again. Now Tired Iron has to watch out for race car on his inside. Samurai 8 Juice is also not too far away. Now look at this. Samurai 8 Juice actually goes by in the same move rather than tries to do the same, but there's not quite enough space to do that. Yeah, it's been quite an interesting race so far. Raven 214 going on the inside of Rally 1, and they're going to have to battle it out a little now. Yeah, well, what is there to say really? This is, it's quite interesting stuff to watch actually. Yeah, then we have it again, Rally 1 versus Raven 214. Driving the number 3 car. Rally 1 in the 95. Yeah. I'm not really sure what to say at this moment. There's the Cybertron again. And he's on one hand trying to get past Water Tank, but on the other hand he's got to watch out for Race Car, who took a bit of an alternative line there. Maybe he's hoping to get the job done in this next corner. As I said before, you can do it, and now Race Car demonstrates how. Bit of a bump there, nothing too big. Oh no, he's not getting by any again. There he is, because the Cybertron got a little held up by Water Tank. And that is the job done for Race Car. The Cybertron could have come back there if Race Car hadn't shut off the door, and now Samurai 8 Juice profits from that. Or at least he tries to. He doesn't quite get up on his inside there, and now he's lost momentum for this next corner. So the Cybertron is safe for now. But there we see a few cars running wide there, no big problem. That's also happened quite often in this race. There we have it. D Cybertron going up on the inside of race car, and Samurai 8 Juice is well, using the hole that was already there that the Cybertron left in. You could call Samurai 8-Juice the master of the strategy in this one, because that was something he did pretty much whenever somebody overtook the guy ahead of him. Samurai 8-Juice would simply follow. Yeah, here we have NASCAR Fan 1400 and AJHD 1000. A bit of a bump there, nothing too big, however. Nothing that could cause various greater damage to either car. AJHD 1000 is a man on the move, however. He's had Rallyman trying to pass a few cars up there, but that didn't quite go as expected. Who is, you see here, AJHD 1000 is, he is a man on the move. Then we have Frisbee going up the inside of Rallyman and Tetris S136 going up the inside of Raven 214. There's a lot of numbers in these names. Yeah. Coming down into this corner. Again, look at that. AJHD 1000 is again going on a move, bumps Rallymorton, who gets another notch from NASCAR Fan 1400. And, well, that sees AJHD 1000 go up one spot, and HSV and NASCAR Fan 1400 are now battling it out among themselves. HSV gets passed. And this just shows how close the racing is in these first laps. Everyone is, well, you could compare it to average online racing, really. Everyone wants to be the leader after the first corner and after the first lap. Speaking of first place, that's Ninners going for the lead with a very brilliant maneuver, and that's got Demon 101 trying to take second place. And he actually gets the job done around the outside of Crashbrook 23. A very nice maneuver there. Here is an option for Crashbrook 23 to counter, but he is he's not quite there. So that is God Demon 101 in second place for at least a moment. Why do I say for at least a moment? Well, watch this. Laying in second place, he simply runs out of grip into turn 1. Spins the car and loses quite a lot of position. I think Lazard gained a position there and into third place, that must be. Yeah, that is a bit of carnage going on in the background. There's a spoiler gun flying somewhere. We have replay of it here. Yeah, I haven't really bothered with the animations and stuff for this because, well, that is a very near miss actually. That is, well, frighteningly close. We have race car is slowing down due to the cars merging in front of him. That allows Frisbee to go past, at least in the first instance here. There, God Demon 101 cuts back in front of him, and race car goes by again. It's just all the hard work he's just done. It's just wasted, really. On board for Rallymon's car. I think he was the one who hit AJHD 1000. Yep, indeed. That would have been a little tricky for the AI to avoid that. They're not that super brilliant intelligent. Now this is just a few moments later. That is Goofy Tyler taking out HSV, and who instead in turn takes out NASCAR Fan. Here's a replay of that. That is what I think is Goofy Tyler went for the inside of HSV just as he was about to close in on him. And well, that really leaves him nowhere to go, and that leaves HSV in a spin, and NASCAR Fan 1400 was nowhere to go to counter that. Yeah, we have a replay from his car. Yeah, the images really do speak for themselves right now. There's nowhere to go for either of them. And we're back with the God Demon 101, who is going up the inside of race car. Well, we have seen these kind of moves quite often already, and we're only 9 minutes into this race review, and about, what was it, 10-12 minutes into the actual race, I think. Here's another pass. Frisbee was about to be passed by Tetris S136, leaning on his inside, but justice happened. And Frisbee keeps the position, and instead he may go after race car. And up at the top again, that's Crashbrook 23, overtaking Ninners for the lead. Ninners does have the chance of countering, but he doesn't use it. I'm pretty sure he's satisfied with second place after crashing out in Valencia. Anything but last will really be an improvement. In fact, if he just finishes, that would be great. I'm pretty sure he agrees with me on that one. This is Turbo's now, just a few spots behind them, and he's trying to get past Earth, but that is not as easy as you might think. This is the battle for, that would be 4th position, I think. Yeah, it would be, Les is in 3rd right now. That would be the battle for 4th position we see here between Earth and Turbo Snail. And here we are again at one of the most commonplace overtake spots here. And no, he again doesn't get the job done, but can he keep it around the outside, around this next corner? That is the question. Can Leslie help him in that? And it does indeed seem like it worked. That was a great overtaking maneuver there by Turbo Snail. Not quite close enough to get the run on Leslie though. But now watch this, they're all trying to get into the pits at the same time. The tires are giving up, everybody's got to come into the pits. Or well, I say everyone, but there's always the odd one. In this case, Water Tank. He decides going for another lap on very, very, very worn tires is a brilliant idea, because what else would you do? It might actually be a very good strategy to run, because as you can see here, the pit is getting quite busy. It's yeah, and the AI acts very much as it does when pitting in Gran Turismo. When it comes by a pit space with a car in it being worked on and stuff, it doesn't really go flat out on the pit limiter. It goes maybe 90% or so. So there may be a little time gain for him there, in that he tries something completely different. There we see Ninners is ready to go, Crashbrook 23 is ready to go, and that's basically what I just said in motion there, because Crashbrook 23 has a pit space far further down than Ninners has, and he came in when there was next to no cars that he had to pass on his way out. Ninners had a few. So, well, that is basically what I just said. Here's a slow-mo replay of an incident in the pit lane. That is Petrus S136 potentially doing an unsafe release as he hits Riley Morton, who is already in the fast lane. I'm not going to bother too much about it, though. It is the AI. It's either brilliantly genius or, well, the exact opposite. A good example of that, of it being brilliantly genius, is HHG 1000, really. His AI has been absolutely flying over this race. He started in 16th, didn't quite get the qualifying he wanted, but boy has he made up for it in the race. Watch here as he passes D Cybertron here. This is one of his favorite spaces to overtake, I think. He's done far most of his overtakes in this section. Again, a slight nudge, but nothing too big. He is going quite aggressive though. And that's why the fans love him, really. This is lap later against Earth. Same tactics. Slight nudge, and job done. And now the rain has stopped and everybody has come in for intermediates or maybe even slick tires, I'm not to say that. And we have another very crowded pit lane. Yeah, well, there's really no other way of doing it. I'm not sure why Swift Smith thought bumping into D Cybertron's car would be such a brilliant idea, but yeah, well, that was just what I said. That's the example of the AI being the exact opposite of super brilliant. Here we have what's basically a replay of Valencia. Riley Morton loses it. Petrus S136 does too. Riley Morton gets caught by Cut Demon 101, and that's a lot of black smoke coming up from the back of his car. It did take a serious hit, so it could be an oil leak or something, perhaps. Either way, that is a lot of black smoke. That car is going to go on fire any second now, and there it is. The car is indeed on fire. He crashes it into the barrier, and we're just going to hope he's okay and can get out of the car. Yeah, he can indeed get out of the car because, wow, it's a game. Wow. But, well, no major actions happened there. HHD 1000 and Earth battling it out once again. Same tactics as before, same result. And well, this is just there's a lot of overtakes going on right now. There's Turbo Snail and Les battling it out for, I think that's P4 again. Here we have Water Tank, HSV, and Swiftsmith down in battling for P14. Not big numbers for if this was a points race, but who might know? Every point may count at the end of the season. And this is a good practice for it. Yeah, HSV attempting a run. He doesn't, on the other hand, he doesn't want Swiftsmith to go past him. And that is the big dilemma here. Will you want to attempt to overtake the guy in front, or will you want to go defensive? And HSV seems to have got the combination all wrong there. Swiftsmith go by with no problems whatsoever. And in fact, he continues to strake and passes Water Tank in the very same move. A very nice job done. Yeah, not really much to complain about there. This is back at the lead. That's Raven 214 and Tired. I know that's Goofy Tyler. Again, pretty much the same tactic as every other path we've seen here before. A slight nudge to the back, and by we go. Bye bye. And this is the penultimate lap. The next lap is going to be the final lap. There's simply not time for another after that. Now watch this. The two leading cars go into pit at the same time on the penultimate lap, leaving Crashbroke 23 uncontested for victory. All he has to do now is make sure that Turbo Snail doesn't pass him or get anywhere near him, because that would then lead to a pass, most likely. Yeah, that is a pretty certain victory at this point. While the margin isn't very great, it's certainly greater than here with the D-Cybertron. It was trying to overtake Earth, and that would be for, I think that would be for 5th or 6th place, somewhere like that. I think that's 5th. Yep, that is 5th. And that is D-Cybertron in 5th. And Earth back in 6th. Now this is back at the leaders, coming down towards the final corners. And that is Crashbroke 23 taking victory. Look, Turbo Snail goes into the pits as well. Completely uncontended for victory. Crashbroke 23 takes the checkered flag. A brilliant performance in his first race. He led almost from the pole and until now. But now watch this, there's more drama. HHD 1000 lying in 3rd place, spins it, and I'm pretty sure Lazar did too. Lost it there, we can see it all from our D-Cybertron cam. Yeah, Lazar loses it as well. I'm not entirely sure why, but somehow D-Cybertron managed to go from 5th to 3rd place in one corner. And this is Earth, and Earth loses it, and that's a big crash in the final corner, the very final corner of the race, in fact. And Tired Iron suddenly just makes up 4 positions due to other drivers' mistakes. That is 4 cars completely ruined. That's Earth's car. That's Race Car's car completely ruined, and Earth is going with him into the wall. My God, that's a lot of action on the very last lap here. That's a 10-minute video right there. And that is 0.1 second gap. Frisbee beating Ninners to 8th place. That is very close indeed. Now look at this here from the onboard view. Sorry. Now I'm not sure why Water Tank would go for that line. I mean, you can see a big pile of smoke, and I'm not sure why you would want to go towards it unless you were trying to do a Days of Thunder-esque rescue on that. Now, well, yeah, if it works for you, then it works for me, surely. He's going to have a bit of a trouble getting back to the pits, however, HSV is going into the pits as well, directly. 1 lap early, but that's what you'll see in a moment. Now, as if that wasn't drama enough, watch what happens to Crashbroke 23 on the very lap back to the pits. Watch. That is his car running out of fuel. That is very, very, very unfortunate for him. Just outside the pits. And HHD 1000 has the exact same problem halfway around the track. These guys were running 1st and 4th, but now that leaves us with the following results. D-Cybertron ends up taking the lead because HSV and Turbo Snail were disqualified for not completing the race distance. Well, they did complete the race distance, but they're actually missing a lap. Lazo takes a very respectable second place. Tired Iron is the lucky guy, manages to take third after the last corner incident. And well, that is basically all that's happened in this race. There was a lot more that I could have put in, but this is, well, I struggled to put it down to 10 minutes less than Valencia. So I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope I've not screwed up too much in the commenting. And I'll see you guys back at the forums. Peace.